Okay, I know you guys have done the Pythagorean theorem many, many times. So this should be a quick video that shouldn't be too bad. Pythagorean theorem, as a reminder, only works in a right triangle. Please do not try to apply this in anything else. It has to be a right triangle. And please remember, too, that, oh, there we go. It's working a little better now. To identify C. Your first job is always going to be to identify C, which is always the hypotenuse. It's always the side across from the 90-degree angle. That's the important part. The A and B can switch around because addition is commutative. When we go over here, these are the pretty easy ones. Again, just identify the C. Then you have A, and you can have B. Okay, so you'll set it up. Really don't need it that big. So we'll have 3 squared plus 2 squared equals C squared. Then you need to just follow your order of operations. So 9 plus 4 equals C squared. So 13, still in. Okay. And so C equals the square root of 13. All right, over here, same idea. And you guys can work through all of these and then just come back and double check you've got the right answers. Over here, since 6 is the hypotenuse, again, that's the most important part. We're going to have 6 squared equals y squared plus, sorry, plus 4 squared. We get 36 equals so y equals 2 root 5. It's a simplification of the square root of 20. Over here, we're going to have x squared plus x squared equals 4 . So remember that this is one, it's not too bad, but you guys tend to seem to make that 2 or x to the 4th. It's 2x squared equals 16. Divide both sides by 2 before you square root. So you're going to have x squared equals 8 because you divide both sides by 2. So x equals 2 root 2. Find the length of the diagonal of a rectangle with length 8 and width 4. You might want to draw a picture if that helps you. So I have a 4, I have an 8, I have a diagonal. Okay. So I'm going to have 4 squared plus 8 squared equals x, which is what I'm looking for, squared. Order of operations, do exponents first. I get 100. And so x equals 10. Oh, that doesn't equal 100, I'm sorry. 60, 70, 80. So when you simplify that, you're going to get 4 root 5. Looks good. So again, I don't think any of these are all that different from what you've seen before. Over here, same idea. Notice that you can't just do 5 squared, 8 squared. I don't think you try to do that. Use the right triangle here. Since this is isosceles triangle, I know that this side is bisected. And again, I would do these without me and just come back and double check. So push pause, work through, and then come back and double check. All right, for this one, you would have 5 squared equals x squared plus 4 squared. Some of you might know something called Pythagorean triples. That's where 3 integers make the Pythagorean theorem true. The most popular one is 3, 4, 5. There's a 3, 4, 5 triangle, and any multiple of that. So 6, 8, 10 is another one, 9, 12, 15, any multiple of that because they're similar. So I knew this was 3, but if you solve it, you'll also find out that this is 3. For those of you interested in extension, there is, if you look it up online, a way to figure out the Pythagorean triples. There's kind of a formula with it. So if you're interested, you can look that up. All right, over here I have a trapezoid. These are right angles. They are up here too, so that means this side is 11. Okay, if the whole thing's 21, I used up 11. It's a isosceles, so I know these parts are equal. It makes congruent triangles. So then you can use Pythagorean theorem where 13 is the hypotenuse. Goodness. And actually this falls into another Pythagorean triple. You should get this as 12. 13 squared, you'll subtract the 5 squared, you'll get 144. The square root of 144 is 12. So x is 12 in that problem. In this one, I know it's a trapezoid, but you can always drop auxiliary lines. So you can drop a line here to turn it into a rectangle and a right triangle. This is a rectangle, so this is 5. Opposite sides are equal. We did that in chapter 5. Since this is 5, that means this is 6. Okay. Then you can just use your Pythagorean theorem. I have 8 squared. Okay, and again, this is a 3, 4, 5 multiple, but some of you might see that. So 8 squared plus 6 squared, that equals 100. And then when you square root 100, you'll find that x equals 10. Okay, so the Pythagorean theorem works, again, in right triangles. That's a big, important piece to remember, just like we talked about with geometric mean. So you are able to use Pythagorean theorem, and if you have these notes filled in, then you're all set, and we'll see you tomorrow.